All Monkey Kid sets have now been announced and shown. And so now we can go ahead and do what we do best, which is compile them into a list of what's best and what's worst. And lucky for me, I'm joined by the Monkey Kid expert of all time, Daniel Lewa. Oh my gosh. We own most of the Monkey Kid sets. There are a few that we don't own, guys. Please keep in mind this list will be completely subjective and opinionated, and your list is probably going to be vastly different than ours. However, Daniel Lewa is an expert. So, any thoughts before we dive in, Daniel Lewa?
I'm not a complete expert, but I do really love this theme. Ever since the very, very beginning, this has become an annual joy to talk about every single one of these sets in order. And this is our subjective order based on all of our variety of parameters mixed in figs, build, coolness is part of the story, everything all combined into one.
So we'll go back and forth, talk a little bit about each set. As we get a little bit higher, we're going to talk more about each set because there's more to talk about. 52 Monkey Kid sets now. Wow, 2024. This theme has been going on for ages. Gosh, when will it end? Oh my goodness. First, we have number 52, the worst ranked Monkey Kid set. Sorry, Maze Dragon Jet.
To be fair, this isn't the worst set of any LEGO theme ever. It's perfectly serviceable. That's just how good this theme is.
Right, and we do have a previous Monkey Kid ranking, and now our list has now been updated. Some have stayed in their spot, such as this one is still the worst Monkey Kid set, and some have been rearranged and adjusted. So let's see how everything fares. Maze Dragon Jet is just a worse version of a different set that we already have, but it's actually not terrible.
51, MK's Underwater Adventure, which is actually a free poly bag. It's great. Gift with purchase.
Number 50, Monkey King's Marketplace. This one is very charming, and I actually first discovered you could hold a pole with your tail when I saw this set.
49, Monkey Kid Staff Creations. A fairly fresh concept, being able to create all of these different vehicles. Since the staff is what becomes the vehicles, this is kind of a unique take on that.
Number 48, Monkey Kid's Delivery Bike. Very charming and unique MK figure showing his actual day job, which is a little bit charming.
47, Creative Vehicles. This is kind of an upgrade of the previous buildable vehicles with a little more variety as far as what you can build and slightly higher quality.
Number 46, Monkey Kid's Combi Mech. As far as mechs go, I don't know if this is the best, but I think his Cloud Machete is what really brings out this set.
Number 45, Sandy's Speedboat. This is one that I used only VIP points to get because I didn't necessarily feel great about spending the whatever $55 or something it was at the time, but exclusive Spider Queen and Sandy Big Fig, you can't go wrong.
Number 44, White Dragon Horse Bike.
It's nice you get a whole play set all in one. The hover bike, the bike itself, and a little speed bump. Reminds me of kind of the old racers theme.
Number 43, Maze Dragon Car. How many vehicles will May get? It's okay as the head of the dragon, and it has a tricycle, guys. Stop with the Monkey Kid side builds immediately.
42, Monkey Kid's Cloud Airship. It's kind of a bizarre one. It just continues this trend of MK things that show up in the show for like half a second just to crash so they can have the ability to sell a set.
Here's a newer set making it on the list. 41, Monkey King's Mini Mech. This is part of the 5th anniversary of Monkey Kid. And how do we feel? Is this really a celebration? It's cool being on the giant floating cloud as a mech. I think it's kind of charming.
Especially for people who can't get the giant monkey mechs. This is a little easier entry point. Number 40, Maze Guardian Dragon. It's kind of like the better version of the Shang-Chi dragon with that kind of shaping. It just feels a little messy. Bunch of different blades used as the wings. It's hard to see exactly what's going on, but the coloring is nice.
Number 39, Monkey Kid's Cloud Jet. This is actually a very unique silhouette as far as vehicles go. I don't know if we have anything else like this in LEGO form, and the bike actually comes out and deploys from the jet. It's pretty unique.
38, Monkey Kid's Cloud Bike. Monkey Kid has some very bizarre vehicles, but this one is pretty cool just because it can transform from the bike, the hover bike.
Number 37, Red Sun's Inferno Jet. What do you like about this one?
You can hold this like a Nerf gun, and you can actually shoot the darts out of it. That's just so fun. It's so playable. It's something you can just easily grab onto, fly around, fight off MK.
Number 36, Monkey Kid's Cloud Roadster. You may think this looks abysmal, but it's actually not, guys. It has nice cartoonish big teal wheels, and it comes with 2 exclusive figures that only come in this set. the Gold Horn Demon and the Silver Horn Demon. And they're pretty epic.
Two of the best MK figures to this day, and it's wild that they only appeared in this one set. Number 35, Monkey Kid's Lion Guardian. Kind of a weird one just because it's so bizarre what's going on. They're at the arcade, but then there's the Lion Guardian. This doesn't really ever happen in the show either, so it's a bit of a weird premise. But the Lion Guardian is a nice use of MK's colors without looking too Condiment King. The highlight, I think, is kind of the working arcade grabber thing.
Number 34 is Sandy's Power Loader mech. It's a nice conflict in a box with the Syntax mech opposing it. So it's okay. Like, obviously, any vehicle that has to account for a big thing isn't going to be the most ergonomic and fluid looking mech, but it is kind of charming with Mo as the DJ on the top.
It is impressive. Like, this is the first and only big pig mech we've ever gotten, and it is able to incorporate a lot of really fun features, so props to the design. 33, Monkey Kid's RC Race. Now you may be wondering, why is this so high? There's just something so charming about anything that's chibiified, shrunk down. We have these little vehicles in the bigger form, and so to see them in the small form, there's a certain, I don't know.
You can only get these minifigure suits in this set. It's something charming about having the Bull clone in the little tracing tracksuit. You know, it shows it's not all that serious, guys. We're not trying to kill each other, and the best sets don't always have to be giant. Speaking of giant, number 32, Monkey Kid's Galactic Explorer. If you wanted a giant helping of ketchup on you, I'm just joking. No, but serious. It is a big mustard and ketchup bottle. Let's get that out of the way. But it is pretty unique in that sense. What do you like? Do you like this one?
This is one that I have had so many mixed feelings on ever since I got it. It all comes down to the color scheme, because as a set, it's really fun. It's a whole play scene, antagonist, protagonist, exclusive spacesuits. The rocket itself is really well made, really well designed, but the colors, I am so sorry. I think this color scheme looks atrocious. I have tried really hard in Photoshop to change the colors to make it look better, and I haven't even been able to find one that I like better, so who knows? Maybe this really is the best option, and these are MK's colors, but we've seen MK's color scheme done better on the Monkey Mechs, on the Lion Guardian. I think they just didn't have enough parts budget to do a bunch of pearl gold and drum lacquered gold to replace the yellow here, but it's just hard to look at. Number 31, the Nine-Headed Beast. This is one that we've been really excited for. Just the concept of a nine-headed beast we've never really had before. And they actually pulled that off. Unfortunately, that's really the only main thing that this has going for it, because especially if you look under the wings and the body, it's pretty skimpy. That's not to say that this doesn't have redeeming features, cool figs, some exclusivity, but not the most compelling offering.
I think the Nine-Headed Beast is interchangeable in spots with the 30th Monkey Kids Team Power Truck, which also is kind of cool but kind of underwhelming. So they're kind of right by each other. Does have cool figs, does have some fun features, but really, overall, is this something that we really wanted? Probably no. As far as team vehicles go, it is a pretty good one. 29.
I'm sad that this one has to be so low, but Neja's Ring of Fire mech does not quite live up to its potential. It is very colorful. It is zany. I do love that about MK stuff. But this tip to the scale is a little too far. Sure, you get some really cool exclusive figs. The new MK Stoop is phenomenal. The new Ninja looks fantastic. Otherwise, this is a lot going on, also for a crazy price. So
I don't know. I think this one should actually be ranked higher, to be honest, because it's actually not that bad. This base picture isn't the greatest. It actually is a nice mech. The drone wings come off. There's a whole drone on its back that comes off. You can take off the propellers and put him on his shoulders to make him even faster. But then I feel like if you take the vinyl off, it may even look better and show what his actual mech silhouette looks like. Maybe a little bit better than our next two sets, I would say, which are Monkey Kid's Team Van, which I think does the team vehicle a little bit better, includes a lot more zaniness, and is a lot more in the set. Definitely preferred this one. Also kind of has a little bit of that shipping container theme that we see in the Secret Quarter HQ.
They just packed so many fun details in this. It's chock full of cool stuff. Like, even though the idea of these team vehicles are all kind of wonky with vans and dump trucks and whatever, but when they were able to fill them with really cool stuff like this, that is awesome. That just has so much charm. Number 27, Iron Bull Tank. This is a very deceptively good set. One, just because it's very well built, kind of a chunky little thing. But two, this is also an army builder. You can amass these, part of your Iron Bolt clone army. And the functions work really well. letting out the hazardous waste barrels like that. Just solid all around.
Looking back, I missed this art demon bull wave of Monkey Kid. It was fun to army build and whatnot. So that I think Ninja's Fire Mech is probably better than those two that we just mentioned. Just my opinion, but
Yeah, I mean, I think these are a lot cleaner. The van and the
yeah,
bull tank are a lot cleaner, more cohesive, but Ninja has a lot more going on.
yeah, maybe it's fine. Number 26, we have the White Dragon Horse Jet, awesomely shaped, very sleek. Colors look awesome, awesome scales on the inside of the engines, and then an actual good side build of awesomeness of an actual vending machine. This is a great lower price point set.
Great all around. Perfect package. Number 25. People loved Macaque so much in season 1 that they decided to make a whole season about him. Whether or not that worked is a different story for a different day, but this set is interesting because it's gives me some Hero Factory split face vibes, gives me some Firestone mech vibes. The coolest part, I think, is the staff. The buildable staff works really well. It's very evocative of his powers. The other best part of the set, or worse, depending on how you look at it, is probably the ketchup and mustard launcher itself used to fight off Macaque.
Number 24 is the drone copter, which is again accounting for a big fig on the turret. A little obtuse, but the best part about this is the shipping containers that you can put on the side of each side of the drone copter and how that can integrate with the Secret Team HQ. So that is really awesome. And then you do get basically all the best Spider minifigures. Spider Queen, Spider Craven the Hunter, and Spider Doc Ock. It's stellar.
Yeah, you don't get this set for the drone, let's be honest. You get it for the containers, which are absolutely phenomenal. Number 23. Another very underrated set, I think, is the Flaming Foundry. This is the home of the Demon Bull King here in brick build form, which is really cool. Get the whole Demon Bull family. The figures here aren't necessarily anything to write home about. Man, this is a wild build.
Number 22, we have Pigsy's Food Truck. This is just it's a classic at this point. This is a Wave 1 classic at this point, and it's always going to be iconic. What else is there to say that we've already said 100 times? It's the best.
Continuing in the whimsical side of Monkey Kid is our 21st pick, Chonga Mooncake Factory. When they go zany, they go really zany. This is a really fun build because you are building the carrot rocket launcher, an actual mooncake factory with a lot of cute details. The vlogger streamer Chonga with her suitor Pigsy. The only thing that I would knock this on is that it's a little all over the place. You have too much going on.
Number 20 is Pigsy's Noodle Tank. Let's take Pigsy's food truck and increase the zaniness. We still have it ranked above the food truck just because, yeah, it is an actual ramen noodle bowl on treads. I mean, really, what else is there to say?
Number 19, the Dragon of the East. Very majestic build. It gives the designers a lot of room to flex with these unique dragon designs. I really love it. I know people are often divided on molded dragon heads versus brick built, but it's a good showcase for how brick built is really awesome.
Yellow Tusk Elephant, which is honestly a really epic buildable creature, and I can't understand if anyone would be a hater on this set because I love how the legs are built with their joints, appendages. I love the quad tusks, Pigsy in the back. This looks like it came straight out of Journey to the West novel.
Number 17, Maze Dragon Mech. Nothing screams like Gundam inspired than this. I mean, Ninjago's tried for a long time, but this kind of hits all the right notes of being very robotic inspired. In some cases, you could say maybe too robotic for Monkey Kid, which is a very whimsical, mythologically inspired theme. But May's vehicles are all fairly futuristic, and so I think this fits her pretty well.
Number 16, Megapolis City. Man, if this is number 16, then wow. Megapolis City is actually crazy. My personal favorite part about the set is all the returning characters coming back in more casual garb, like the Silver Horde Demon, the Gold Horn Demon, Macaque, Spider Queen, Bone Demon. They're all here, and they're all doing funny things, such as the Bone Demon being a chiropractic, stuff like that. I think this set does reflect a celebration of Monkey Kid's 5 anniversaries.
Definitely does. Something that any MK fan is really wanting. Number 15. Wow, it just keeps getting more epic. The Mighty Azure Lion. As we say in every MK video, the best parts are the whimsy and then the mythological demon creature. It's like, that's the best part of this theme. And this really does that to a T. Not everyone is a fan of this, and that's fine because, we've seen kind of these types of builds before, but I think this is a very good version of it.
Number 14 is the classic Red Sun's Inferno truck, which is just an awesome wheeled vehicle and actually does deploy a more personalized strike for the Red Sun himself, while the Demon Bull clones can operate a now more elevated truck. I don't know. What do you like about this one?
I'm already nostalgic for it, and I got it, what, 4 years ago. So fun. Very post-apocalyptic Mad Max. So much going on in one box, and it all works. Number 13, Ninja's Fire Ring, a dope ride for the dopest character, at least my favorite MK character, Ninja. He's just so dopey and lovable at the same time. I don't know what it is about it. You get a lot in this set. A cat, Bone Demon, a really nice MK figure. At the time, this was the most fire pieces in a single set, when I think it does Ninja justice.
Number 12, Spider Queen's Arachnoid Base. What a zany giant creature. It's a really awesome build. I don't know. It's just epic on epic proportions. And that's what we want from these big buildable demons from Monkey King. So this is a great final boss for that second season of MK with the Spider Queen. And honestly, it's just awesome.
Very functional. The whole backside opening up to a base. Number 11. Okay. Getting close. Top 10 here, guys. It just keeps getting better and better. Monkey Kid's Team Secret HQ. This was the first set I ever got from Monkey Kid because I think it was so representative of the theme as a whole, especially that first year when it came out. And Methuselah and I, we built it together on Brothers Day 2020. I built this, and he built Kylo Ren's shuttle. Very different builds, but man, this is a really fun build. It's like a wackier Destiny's Bounty, and in a lot of ways more fun. So many features, so many Easter eggs, and it looks good on display too.
You know, look even better on display is Top 10. Should be the number 1, Demon Bull King, DBK. Can we talk about a more raw and awesome Monkey Kid set? I don't know if we can, because he's the rawest of the raw. He actually has a burning soul inside of him with a light brick. He actually has a giant flaming axe. He actually has a flamethrower hand, and he actually has flesh ripping and being exposed in the metallic body. And Princess Iron Fan is riding and controlling this massive bull beast with the nose ring and mechanical jaw. So dope, and one of the best buildable Monkey Kid creatures, period.
The first wave of Monkey Kid set the bar so astronomically high, it's been difficult to top ever since, including number 9, the Monkey King Warrior mech. Wow, so cool. We've seen a lot of mechs before, like I said, but this takes mechs in a whole other direction, a much more fantastical direction, and it's animalistic without being Chima-istic, and you get a buildable shop on the side.
Top 8, the City of Lanterns. This is one of our first, big city builds until we got Megapolis City, which followed in its footsteps. This one is ranked a bit higher than Megapolis City just because of a couple factors. Number 1, the tram.
Yeah, it is a little more cohesive, and especially because it brings the concept of the 8x8 shops together, and that's really cool to see. If you go back to see some of our earliest Monkey Kid videos, we were talking about how, it was so awesome to see that modular system they introduced actually continue. And they really delivered on that here. Number 7, one of the most beautiful sets of the theme, in my opinion, Monkey Kid's Team Hideout. It's a really lackluster name for a very not lackluster set. Beautiful exclusive designs and prints for all the main characters. Journey to the West inspired. It's functional, again, using the rearrangeable system from the City of Lanterns. It's very cozy. It has a very cozy vibe.
Intruder alert. Number 6, the Celestial Pagoda. We may need to spend a little bit more time with this set because as of this recording, it is new to Monkey Kid. So we may need a little time to mull on it. But as of now, it really ranks up there in the top 6 with its sheer authenticity and zaniness. This is definitely the tallest Monkey Kid set, and also one of the most beautiful color schemes on a Monkey Kid set, which is refreshing after we get condiments squirted into our face and mouths. It's actually nice to have something of this manner. So, not only that, 2 of the coolest minifigures in all of Monkey Kid, Nua and Li Jing, are to die for, let me tell you that much. And I can't believe, just looking at the box art, this is completely zany. We'll see how it ranks after it's marinated a little bit in our minds.
Number 5, the best mech of the theme, the Monkey King Ultra Mech. And a lot of people go back and forth between Warrior Mech versus the Ultra Mech as to which one's the best. In our opinion, this one is a little better. I think one, it's a lot more finished off. The curves on it are a lot more polished, a lot more precise. It has less yellow. That was a big plus, as you can already tell. The figure selection is just Oh, it doesn't get any better. I mean, the three demons from Lion Camel Ridge and the Buddhist monk version of Mr. Tang. Oh,
Just in my, maybe it's up here because I'm biased, because vinyl I think can be a huge problem in Lego sets, and that kind of a lot of what hindered Ninja's mech and a little bit the Monkey King Warrior mech. This does vinyl in a much more tasteful way with those clouds on the top, and that's kind of it, rather than just being draped throughout the entire mech. You know, a little bit mind bending. You can't really tell what's going on completely with the build. You can see all this crazy detail and piece integration into this Monkey King Ultra mech. It's crazy. Speaking of crazy, we're top four, the Bone Demon. This one still ranks within our top five because of its sheer epicness. I can't believe it. Can we get a few more Lego sets just like this one, please? This and the Demon Bull King are just the peak demon creature builds because of how scary and ridiculous they are. So completely glows in the dark, huge amount of glow in the dark pieces. Obviously, the best part is that it breaks up into completely separate builds and then comes together, which works well with the Lego system and also works well with the theme of being skeletal bones.
we will never stop defending this set because it is just so fun, so cool. It looks so good on display. Number three, okay. The trend that Monkey Kid has been doing with pulling in mythological locations and characters from the actual mythology and lore of Journey to the West and just general Chinese mythology has proven to make some of the best Lego sets, I would say, ever, as far as beauty goes and cultural depth. Dragon of the East Palace is indicative of all of those things. One, because it's such an extremely important location, because it's so well executed in Lego form. The palace itself is really nice. Figures, again, the zaniest, coolest exclusive things. And then to top it all off, the actual staff in giant form. Wow, it's pretty epic.
Top two, we have the Heavenly Realms. Yay, we finally have a Lego set based on heaven. Okay, so much for religious Legos not being a no-go. But yes, if you have been good on this earth, you will make it to this Lego set, the Heavenly Realms. And after seeing it in person, it is crazy. Sheer proportion. It is deep. You can't really tell from the box or the images, but this is a deep set. Like, honestly, like a modular base plate, or more like this the whole set, when you open it up like this, feels like you're entering the gates of heaven, and that was kind of the whole goal here. I mean, what, top two most beautiful Monkey Kid set ever. All the mythological references here, we've talked about them. It's just does heaven a good service and does an accurate portrayal. As far as the novel goes,
A lot of people complain about the building being a facade, and it is. Like, the actual building is just a facade, but it serves as the backdrop to the set. The name of the set is the Heavenly Realm, not the Heavenly Building or Heavenly Temple. And you get so much width and depth here with the whole round posable proposed figures everywhere. You have all the different scenes you can act out from the lore. And they decided to just put in this whole sliding opening mechanism. That didn't even need to be there, but adds even more coolness to this.
what is our number one Monkey Kid set of all time?
It is the birthplace of the Monkey King himself, legendary Flower Fruit Mountain. When it comes to looking at Monkey Kid sets, especially the ones that are based off of mythology and lore, the ones that do a good job of portraying the story and all the lore in a contained environment that you also display really well. That's also a good build experience, and it has a lot of variety and looks beautiful. This encapsulates all of that. Not only that, but you have a whole army of exclusive figs. The first appearance of Macaque as a minifig, a bunch of the little mini monkeys, and Wukong himself. It's kind of unmatched as far as lore and beauty, you could say.
Yeah, I think any of the top three could be interchangeable with the top one: Dragon of the East Palace, the Heavenly Realms, and the Flower Fruit Mountain. All three of those are just epic location mythology builds. This one kind of takes the cake, being the origin of Sun Wukong, showing his phases of life, showing him broken in the rock. It's still our number one set from last time, and I wonder what it would take for this to be knocked out of the number one spot, or what kind of set would have to be made in order for this to be deranked. I don't know. But more importantly, what would your number one Monkey Kid set be? That will be really interesting to know. And Daniel, Lewa, and I are dying to know what your number one Monkey Kid set would be. Even if you don't have any, which one on the list do you think is the best? It's been an interesting theme, that's for sure. I mean, on 5 years now, for the 5-year anniversary. Is this theme going to go any further? I don't know. Do we want it to go any further? I don't know, guys. Let's keep pushing for some cool Monkey Kid sets, as we can see the whole range of good versus bad.
We know you and Monkey Kid fans are out there. Hope that you enjoyed this list. I'm sure your ranking is going to be different. So yeah, please let us know.
We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll just announce it now. We have a special video planned for 1,000 subscribers. Daniel Leo and I will be ranking every LEGO color currently in production, and we're gonna do a thorough job, guys. So let's please reach that 1,000 subscribers, reach that goal. Let's also give a shout out to Oliver J. Ames, the Ginger Lender, I'm Lidme, and Dr. Dan PhD. Thank you guys for becoming members and part of the Sakuga Squadron on the channel. If you want to support content like this and you enjoyed it and you want more of it, go ahead and go on desktop and click the join button on our channel. Go ahead and become part of the Sakuga Squadron.
Comment Infernape below if you've made it this far in the video. We value you sticking this far.
Frankly, I'm sick of these monkeys. Should Monkey Kid continue or not? I don't know. Because these last wave that we got is pretty doo-doo. So if we're heading towards that trend, how about we go ahead and cancel the theme in whole? Let's go back to our wave 1 roots and get some dope Monkey Kid sets, why don't we?